Far beyond the noise of crowded cities and the rush of passing days, there was a quiet valley nestled between soft rolling hills. The valley was not marked on any map. You couldn't find it by searching, only by slowing down enough to notice it. In that valley stood a small wooden house with a warm golden light glowing in its window every evening, just as the sky turned from blue to deep indigo. No one in the nearby villages knew exactly who lived there, only that the light always appeared at dusk, steady and patient like a promise. One evening, a traveler named Elias found himself wandering farther than he had planned. He had been walking all day, following a path that twisted through forests and over streams, chasing something he couldn't quite name. Maybe it was peace. Maybe it was rest. Or maybe it was simply the hope of feeling whole again. As the sun began to sink, Elias noticed the valley below. It looked softer than the world he had just crossed, like a place where time moved more gently. And there, in the distance, he saw it, the small house, glowing with that quiet golden light. Drawn to it, Elias made his way down the hill. The air in the valley felt different, cooler, calmer. Even the sounds were softer. The wind whispered instead of rushing. The trees swayed instead of creaking. It was as if the entire valley had decided there was no need to hurry. When Elias reached the house, he paused for a moment, then knocked softly on the door. It opened almost immediately. An older woman stood there, her expression kind and unsurprised, as though she had been expecting him all along. "You've come a long way," she said gently. Elias nodded, suddenly aware of how tired he was. "I didn't mean to wander this far." "Most people don't," she replied with a soft smile. "But you're here now, come in." Inside, the house was warm and simple. A small fire crackled quietly in the corner, and a lantern sat on the table, glowing with the same golden light he had seen from afar. It wasn't bright. It didn't need to be. It was steady, calm, and reassuring. The woman poured him a cup of tea and motioned for him to sit. For a while they said nothing. Elias simply held the warm cup in his hands, letting the quiet settle around him. It felt unfamiliar at first. He was used to constant movement, constant noise. But slowly, it began to feel right. After some time, he spoke. "I don't know why I'm so tired," he admitted. "I haven't done anything extraordinary. I just feel worn out." The woman nodded, as though she had heard this many times before. "Sometimes," she said softly, "it's not what you do that tires you. It's what you carry." Elias looked at her, unsure what she meant. "You've been holding on to things," she continued. "Worries. Expectations. Questions without answers. They don't weigh much on their own, but over time, they add up." Elias stared into his tea. He knew she was right, though he hadn't realized it until now. "I don't know how to put them down," he said quietly. The woman smiled again, her eyes warm. "You don't have to put them all down at once," she said. "Just for tonight." She stood and walked over to the lantern on the table. "This light has been here longer than I have," she said. "It doesn't chase away the dark. It simply reminds you that you don't have to be afraid of it." Elias watched the lantern flicker gently. "Sit with it," she said, "and imagine placing your worries beside it, one by one, not throwing them away, just setting them down for a while." Elias hesitated, then closed his eyes. At first, his thoughts came rushing in, just as they always did, things he needed to do, things he wished he had done differently, conversations replaying in his mind. But slowly he began to imagine placing each one beside the lantern. A worry about tomorrow set gently down. A regret from yesterday placed beside it. A question he couldn't answer left there just for now. He didn't push them away. He didn't try to solve them. He simply let them rest. As he did, something shifted. The weight he had been carrying all day, all week, maybe even longer, began to feel lighter. Not gone, but no longer pressing down on him. When he opened his eyes, the room seemed softer somehow. "How do you feel?" the woman asked. Elias took a slow breath. "Lighter," he said, surprised. She nodded. "That's enough for tonight." Outside, the sky had deepened into a blanket of stars. The valley was quiet, wrapped in a peaceful stillness. The woman showed Elias to a small room with a simple bed and a window facing the hills. "You can stay here," she said. "Rest." Elias lay down, pulling the blanket over himself. Through the window, he could see the faint outline of the valley under the starlight. For a moment, his mind tried to return to its usual patterns, thinking, planning, worrying. But something was different now. The lantern's gentle glow still lingered in his thoughts, like a quiet presence. He remembered what the woman had said. Just for tonight. He imagined the worries still resting beside the lantern, not gone, but not his to carry right now. And with that, his breathing slowed. The tension in his shoulders softened. The endless loop of thoughts began to quiet, like waves settling after a storm. As he drifted closer to sleep, he realized something he hadn't felt in a long time. He didn't need to have everything figured out. He didn't need to solve every problem before resting. It was enough to pause, enough to breathe, enough to let the night hold him for a while. Outside, the valley remained still and watchful, as it always had been. And in the small wooden house, the lantern continued to glow, steady, patient, and warm, holding space for anything that needed to be set down, even just for a little while. Elias fell asleep with a quiet sense of peace. And somewhere deep inside, he knew that even when he left the valley, the light would still be there, waiting, not far away, but within reach, whenever he chose to slow down and remember.